Right, so the crew got another expansion. This was very unexpected. So for those of you who don't know, Gamescom 2016 is actually happening like right now. And you know, we're going to see plenty of more information about Gran Turismo, Forza, and all those other games, but the crew wasn't really expected to see an expansion. We weren't expecting to see anything from the crew, and then they dropped this, an expansion labeled The Crew Calling All Units. So as the name implies, you will now take the role of a police officer to try to take down racers through 12 story missions. Essentially, this actual expansion will include a hell of a lot of stuff. It includes new cars, including the F12, the Huracan, and a few other ones which we will discuss later. It also includes level 60 parts for all cars, so level 60 platinum parts, which obviously will bump up the maximum level on each cars, but that has not been yet disclosed. And it includes a whole bunch of other things which basically will make the crew last longer. The expansion itself drops on November 29th, so quite late in November, and around that time I don't believe any racing games will be coming out, so that's pretty cool, on Xbox One, PS4 and PC as expected. There are also some pretty major gameplay changes. So one is that you are now given abilities within the game. So the racer side will have things like unlimited NOS, as where the cop side will have things like roadblocks and helicopters, etc. This can be done well if the game is balanced right. We've seen it done well in games like Hop Shoot 2010, and then we've also seen it done badly in games such as Need for Speed Rivals, but you know, let's not get into that. I've also noticed that through the gameplays there is some type of cops and robbers mode, and I think that's going to be the integral mode in the game, and that's pretty goddamn cool. I've been someone who's been asking for a cops and robbers mode for a while, maybe not to this extent. I kind of had a different vision of it, but there is some type of cops and robbers main bulk mode, which is probably going to be the main mode for the whole story. Essentially that includes you trying to take a package to the other side without being busted by another player. Now again, not much news has been released, it's literally only just been announced, but once you do complete the event and once you do get to the destination, or once you bust the player, depending on whether you're a cop or a racer, you will get a reward which can vary from cars, actual cars, bikes, you know, platinum parts like level 60 parts. I mean, it really does depend on, you know, certain things, but you know, there's some really generally huge prizes up for grabs in these events. It also seems like there's going to be a hell of a lot of cars. There has not been a full list announced, but the Huracan, the F12, the R35, and numerous cop cars have been cited through the gameplays, trailers, etc, etc. The story mode itself looks to carry on from the main story that happened in the main bulk in the vanilla game, which will be pretty goddamn cool. I kind of like the fact that they're carrying on the actual story, and this does seem like it's going to be the final expansion for the crew. Although this has not been made official, just by the way they are kind of marketing the Ultimate Edition, it leads me to think that this will be the final expansion, because when the Crew Wild Run launched, they literally just sold the game again as the Crew Wild Run, but as this one's launching, then they're naming it the Crew Ultimate Edition. If they were going to do another expansion, it wouldn't make sense to call it an Ultimate Edition because there's still more stuff to add into it, so I'm assuming that this will be the last expansion before they move on to the Crew 2. In terms of prices, nothing has been announced as of today at Gamescom 2016, but if you do keep an eye on, you know, the PlayStation Store, the Xbox Live Store, and Steam, something will be announced, you know, probably in the next coming weeks. So just keep an eye on that if it does interest you. I'm assuming it's probably going to be somewhere in the range of 10 to 20 British pounds. So if that comes of any use to you, then there you go. In terms of my opinions on the pack, I don't really know how they're going to do the weapons, as long as the weapons are balanced, and as long as, you know, as long as everything's well balanced and well made, it should be fine. But I'm a bit wary going into this, you know, it depends on the price really. If the price is too much, then I'm probably not going to end up getting it. But you know, it all just depends on how well it's built, and hopefully it is built well. The cars that I've seen so far look pretty goddamn good, and obviously they're going to have customization options for them, so it does look like a pretty deep pack in terms of the cars and the events and the story mode. But you know, I'm just kind of waiting just to see what it's actually like, you know, around when it actually launches on November 29th. But anyway, that's been it from me. What do you guys think of the Crew Calling Out All Units? Are you going to pick it up? Are you not really interested? Does the whole weapons and cops versus robbers subscribers not really, intrigue you that much, let me know down in the comment section down below. But that's been it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have an awesome, stay safe, and peace.